What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Ghost Bros Gaming. Today we got a great episode. We got some cards to talk about on Market Watch. With that, I'll turn it over to my colleague, Steven.
Sweet. Yeah, so there's four cards we're going to talk about. If you just want to go ahead and hit the next slide, we'll get right into it. This is sort of like a conspiracy one. So there's a couple things we do know. One, we know that there are a bunch of like Visas Starfrost is sort of traveling around this whole universe, doing stuff with these different archetypes. We also know that the three archetypes that have been released so far have all centered around one specific summoning mechanic. So Scareclaws were links, Tearlaments are fusions, Kashiras are XZs. What does that leave out? Synchros. So what's really interesting to note is Visas Starfrost is a tuner. So potentially there is a to be announced synchro archetype in the Visas Starfrost lore that since Visas is a tuner, it would make a lot of sense if Konami made an archetype that took advantage of Visas Starfrost for its like gameplay mechanics. And looking at the price of Visas Starfrost, I would say it's a really good pickup right now. It's down to $8, so it was as high as like 15, 20 bucks. It was getting run in like Scareclaws a little bit as like a two of, but right now, like it's really not getting played at all. It's $8, so 25 total, 24, 25 for your playset of Visas. Yeah, I would say definitely pick it up at $8. Saravis. So this guy is like a penny stock. Don't even listen to everything else I have to say. Just pick it up. It's only 50 cents for the ultra rare. In the latest OCG Road of the King list, we actually saw this card being played by a number of decks to protect from targeting removal or effect negation. So you just discard it from your hand when someone targets your monster and negate the effect, which is really good. It's also searchable by Bestial Magnamut. So just a side note, I don't know if that actually has a ton of synergy or not, but it's something good to note. But really not much to say about this one other than it's getting run in the OCG. It's literally 50 cents for the ultra rare. There's only one other printing, which is a secret at like $6. If you really want to send it on that, feel free. I think the ultra rare is probably a better value at 50 cents right now.
Yeah, this is just being run because Arise Heart needs to stay on the field, and a lot of the stuff that Tier runs is targeting. So
next up, we got the p.u.n.k core. So p.u.n.k obviously took a big hit in terms of the Chaos Ruler ban, in terms of health ban. p.u.n.k is certainly nowhere near the power level that it once was. What it actually does do now, however, is facilitate like a pretty cool little combo-based engine. Again, it's definitely not a meta-relevant engine right now, but you can literally pick up an entire core. I picked up an entire core last week for like $35. So the p.u.n.k core is like super, super cheap, and it's a pretty splashable engine. So if you're, messing around with rogue decks, Kashtira p.u.n.k is cool. You can make a bunch of different decks with splashing in p.u.n.ks, which is really cool. So yeah, just something to highlight if you're looking for a cheap core to mess around with. p.u.n.k is a really good option. Obviously, they haven't been reprinted yet, so likely they will get a reprint, and the value of a lot of them will go down upon reprint this time next year. However, they're already $35, so you're really not taking that much of an L, and you have p.u.n.ks to play around with for a year. So,
yep, I love the p.u.n.k core.
Last up, this is an interesting card we are again seeing in the OCG being played a lot for time. So this thing will let you attack directly and do half damage, but then additionally, when it does damage, you can, I believe, detach and detach a material and do 500 damage to your opponent of burn for each card they have in their hand. So this is actually potentially a pretty good card to play in time. So there's definitely potential for it to get reprinted and have the value go down. Konami definitely has their eye on things that only have one printing and may become meta relevant. They tend to have been reprinting those things recently. But that said, if there is no reprint of this, I think people will probably play it. We love our time cards. The modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Takes more than 40 minutes to resolve a match pretty much every time. So just having those time cards, keeping that thing on you,
Yep. It also,
valuable.
You can go into Zeus if you don't need time.
Yeah. Cool. That's it. That's all we have. Let us know if y'all are picking up these cards, what you think about them. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe, do all that YouTube stuff.
Yeah. And if you
Thanks
have cards,
for watching.
if you have cards you want us to look at, put them down in the comment section. We'd love to take a look at cards and let you know what we think. So, all right, we'll see everyone on the next video. Ghost Bros Gaming.